Court's in session. I'm Kevin Ross.
And I'm Sean Chapman-Holly, and this is Objection.
All right, Sean, Michael Vick. So he just pled this week. What do you think about this? Is this all about race, or is this something much more bigger?
I don't think this is anything about race. I think this is about pets. Americans love their pets. They love their dogs. I think if this was Peyton Manning and not Michael Vick, it would be the exact same thing. People go crazy if a dog is harmed or injured. They have, I think, a more rabid outcry than sometimes if it was a human being.
Yeah, but you can't deny that the race component is there. I mean, let's face it. You are a former public defender. Now you do entertainment. I'm a former prosecutor and judge. Race is always just, it's a little covert, but there is some aspect of this where I think that people are taking unnecessary glee at seeing a brother go down.
Now that may be true, the unnecessary glee, that may be true. People might be a little more upset about what had happened if it was Peyton Manning, but I think they would be just as outraged.
Now they're talking about actually having the sentence somewhere between 12 to 18 months. If you were the attorney on that case, what would you be looking at in terms of being able to successfully convince the judge about in terms of the sentence?
Well, I mean, obviously this is somebody who has been a successful and productive member of society all of this time, and I suppose made one mistake. How much time does a person need to serve, really, for making that mistake? He's lost millions and millions of dollars. Hasn't he been punished enough? I would have to say.
So how much time are you looking at?
Well, you're asking a defense attorney.
Right.
I don't think time is the answer
as
here.
As a judge, I know the world is watching. So if the prosecutor was saying 12 to 18 months, that was the range, and the judge is saying, you can't bind me to that, and you're looking at possibly 5 years.
Right.
I'm thinking 18 months.
Oh, well, that's good, because this judge is somebody who they're saying might not stick to that 12 to 18 at all.
So you would be okay with that?
If he got more than that?
No, I'm saying with 18 months, because I mean...
Well, I was just, knowing you, I was just thinking that you were going to go all the way up to the 5 years. So, just coming from you. But no, well, I think 12 months, given what we were talking about here.
Now, who I would give the max to is this U.S. Senator Larry Craig.
Oh, no, you would not.
Oh, of course I would.
Give the max?
I would give him the max. Well, because he pled to a misdemeanor. Well,
okay, so, I mean, you wouldn't treat him any differently, I hope, than an ordinary person who can.
I would hold him to a higher standard. The bottom line is he has been a politician for 25 years. He sat up there and said, you know what, I didn't know what I was thinking when I pled, but the offense happened in June, and here we are now in August. And so I'm looking at it from a standpoint of whatever the maximum fine is, whatever the maximum probation is, because here he is holier than thou, coming across like, I support family values, and now he's faced with a criminal case and he wants to backpedal.
And that is a really big problem for the Republican Party, it seems, because they do have this sort of family values platform, and it seems each one by one they're going down, if you will.
Now see, as a former prosecutor, I could never represent him in terms of going back into court saying, can we withdraw this plea? You being a defense attorney,
well,
what would you do?
People have come to me on many, many occasions over my 19-year career wanting to withdraw their plea, having a change of heart. I think that for him, obviously, these repercussions are a lot bigger than he ever thought they would be. This happened back in June. Everything was very quiet. Suddenly now it's a big deal and he wants to withdraw his plea. I think even if the judge was to let him withdraw his plea, it wouldn't change anything. The repercussions are there, the cat's out of the bag, if you will, and I think that in the court of public opinion, which is who he's really trying to appeal to, he's cooked.
What would be the argument? What's the argument that you make as his attorney?
Well, that is a tough one, I have to say, because he is somebody who is not young, who's been in the legal system for a long time.
So you don't take the case?
Well, no, I would take the case. Everybody's entitled to a defense, and I would give him a strong one. But I just think that there, as you well know, I mean, there are certain elements that have to be met to get a plea withdrawn, and I'm not sure that those elements can be met.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Objection.
Thank you for joining us, this time on Objection.
Court's adjourned.